Welcome to Water Cooler. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with us. We missed you. You know how the show goes. I, Chris Locks, I'm on a kick with my former Cruel Digital buds. With me today, all the way in Orange County, California, we have Mr. Gary Smith here.
What's up? What's up?
Oh, what's up? And then all the way in North Hollywood, California, Mr. Mike Dawson.
Greetings, my excellent friends.
And greetings to you, Mike. All right, look, we got a lot of show. We're no Matt today because he is making some waiter in France mad right now, I imagine. And no Kalen.
We don't know. Matt's been gone so long. He could be making a waiter in Spain mad.
Either way, somewhere in Europe, someone in Europe is mad at him, and that's all I can confirm. Yeah.
And well, there's an ocean that separates the anger.
Let's be clear. Even if he's not pissing them off as we speak, there is a trail of people he has pissed off in the past 12 days while he has been gallivanting and shirking his responsibilities to this fine podcast.
It's called the Trail of Tears.
Yes.
The Matt Fondelier is left in Europe.
It's real. I'm pretty sure that's how some major rivers have started. Matt has just visited that country, and and just all the tears have collectively formed rivers.
Have billboards in Europe? Yeah, they do. They probably have billboards with like, look out for this dude.
Yeah.
That's why he's not allowed to go to Venice. The whole city would just be underwater.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, I heard that Matt went to Pizzeria Bianco, and then so many people cried and so much land was eroded that's how the Grand Canyon came about.
Wow, dude.
I can't confirm, but I'm like 90% sure it was because of Fondelier. He's just upsetting everybody. So anyway, we'll talk about. I can't wait to hear about his Shea Fondelier adventures when he returns. He's very much missed. And then Kalen, his kids are starting soccer. I don't know what's going on. And he has to be there. I guess he has to freaking be a dad. Who knows?
ASO, bro.
ASO, dude. I never did the soccer. I know you did, Doss. You traveled the world playing football. But I never got into it, and it bothers me how bad I am.
My mom lied about my age when I was.
My mom did that for me to get free meals at Sizzler till I was like 11.
Well, that's a good. Yeah, my mom told everyone I was 6 when I was 4, so I could play on my brother's team.
Chris, how old would she say you were when you were 11?
Doesn't matter, Gary. They didn't check ID.
Very much.
They're going to check my ID.
Inquiring minds deserve to know.
Yeah, what's the age requirement? What, under
Gary,
8?
Doesn't matter. Look, I can go. I can be any age.
6. That means 6.
I had big eyes. I could have been any age. I had big eyes.
Are you going to do that with Benny?
They loved me. Who knows? Maybe to get him in like Disneyland or something.
Parenting is lying about your children's age so you can save money.
It's called a life hack.
It's tough because, depending on the age, they'll pipe right up. Because I've tried that before.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been called out, and that's very embarrassing. Because then the adult just looked at you like, "What are we doing here, man? Like you're a full grown adult."
You got to be like, you can't blame me, dude. I had to try. Right. You got to just be like, own it. Hey, man, I had to give it a shot, bro. You got me.
Yeah, but you don't want your kids
to do that.
Yeah, but you don't want your kids seeing you do that, so you just kind of gotta. I don't know. It's a tough position.
I don't know, dude. If you got to get your kid in on the con at an early age. When I would go to restaurants with my nana and my big nana, it was only my nana and big nana that did this. But if there was ever a discount for age, my nana would give me that nana grab, which is like right here. She'd grab me before we get there, and she'd say, "You're 10 years old." I'd be like, okay. So if you involve your kids in on the grift, so it's okay to see them make that mistake, but then explain to them later, Daddy's trying to save money so we can buy you Spider-Man stuff.
Right. Look,
next time I say your age, play along with me.
And if people are thinking that was a real cruddy thing to do, Chris.
Cruddy.
I mean, karma got to me. I stopped growing. So, I'm just stuck here.
You stopped growing?
I'm stuck here in purgatory. And I think it's because I didn't drink all my milk. And I drank coffee at an early age. I was thinking about your big Nana, Das, and Nana. And what is more insulting?
What?
Or what would you like? I'm sure Garrett maybe got this too. Just like if you have two people with the same name, either they're gonna call one person big, like, oh, you have John and Big John, or you have Mikey and Little Mikey, which we actually had a Little Mikey in our crew growing up. Like, what is more insulting?
I don't know if the big is the best example here, Chris, but I'll go ahead and run with it. I don't know, man. My father to this day is referred to as Big G.
He's Big G. Oh,
and I am clearly bigger.
Yeah. Okay. So, but they just know he was bigger, so he's earned the name.
I think it always ends up in that ironic way. I was just listening to an audiobook by David Winslow, and I remember that there's Peaches and Little Peaches are two characters' names, and Little Peaches is actually 350 pounds, whereas Peaches is a svelte guy. And that's the way it always works out, because Big Nana was only Big Nana because she's my great-grandmother. Nana was my Nana. So Big Nana was Nana's mom, and that's why she was Big Nana. But the actual big one in the equation was Nana. Nana weighed 400 pounds, 350. She was a big woman, and she was just Nana. Sometimes she was Little Nana. For clarity, not to her face.
But 400 pounds, it's like Lotta.
She wasn't. I'm a horrible judge at weight and or crowd size.
Oh, you'd be terrible at that carnival game.
I'm terrible at that. So maybe she was certainly 300 pounds, easily 300. She was a big woman. It's, Nana is a Sicilian grandmother. They should be that way. Yeah. I hope everyone. Gary, did you have a fat grandma? You probably didn't. Chris, I guarantee, did not have a fat grandma.
Couldn't be smaller.
There are almost no fat ladies.
She ate at Sizzler for free too. Till the end of her life.
That was my Big Nana's favorite restaurant, was Sizzler.
That Texas toast. Ooh.
No, it's just because they had the menu on the wall.
Oh yeah,
up on the board above the counter, and she just wanted to point at something and see what she was going to eat.
Brilliant move.
That was why it was her favorite.
I prefer to read things off walls than on a handheld page myself. Anyway, that's the way our necks are actually meant to be looking out, not looking down. I know. I'm worried I'm getting a hump from looking at my phone all day. I'm being very conscious of it now because I don't like the way my
posture.
I guess our bodies are going through some pretty crazy changes in the phone era. Like our pinkies are doing some weird stuff, and our thumbs are like
my pinky for sure.
Yeah, there's like a dent.
I also noticed a few years ago that where I carry my phone in my pocket, all the leg hair has gone away. So I have like a phone patch on my leg. Yes, 100%.
Maybe you should stop leaving your flashlight on or something. I don't know. Why is it burning off your hair?
I just think it's from all the rubbing, all the friction.
Friction.
My phone.
You may be onto something for women not to have to shave their legs. To make pants out of cell phones.
Yeah. I can't. Ooh.
So
trademark water cooler. Trademark Robert.
Cube,
take that.
Cube, where are you, bro?
I don't understand how a phone could create that much friction when it's made to be pretty much a bar of soap.
Maybe it's the case I have. I don't know. But it's the only thing I can figure out, that there is a phone-size patch of hair missing. It's the only place on my body that's true.
Have you guys ever used Nair?
No. Heard those horror stories.
Wait, Gary hasn't answered.
People. Oh, boy.
I said yes.
It was a prank.
I didn't hear you say yes. I'm sorry.
It was not a prank.
Tell the story.
No, it was not a prank. In my younger years, I was very self-conscious about having hair on my back, and I tried to remove it one time, and that didn't really work and was highly uncomfortable, so I found other methods.
Does it burn?
Did it work?
It sort of worked, but I think that Nair is better in like small areas. To try to do the whole back of a 6'5" man, it was ill-advised.
You did it on your own.
No, you can't.
You can't apply it. You can't apply it on your back. I can't even do that with sunscreen.
Which lucky friend did you say, "Hey, bro, rub Nair on my back"?
Laura Lee.
That'd be producer Laura Lee.
Yeah. Woo!
Why do you call her bro?
Yeah, I know that was a weird thing.
It
was before we got to bruh.
Sweet.
Yeah, now it's bruh. How you call your mom bruh? I'm sure she appreciates that. Yeah, some of my friends use Nair. Maybe for the same reason. I've known some guys who used it on their legs. Like all the swimmers in high school would nair their bodies to gain an extra second in their lap.
Yeah, that was big thing with swimmers and water polo players was being completely hairless.
Yeah, it was always weird.
Yeah, I have yet to try it, but maybe I'll try it on a small patch, or I'll just rub my phone on there. Gary and I we're old millennials, Dawson, but we still count as millennials.
You know what we're referred to as, Chris? Geriatric millennials.
I don't need that.
I don't need it either. But that's
don't worry, dude. But are you guys too young to remember the theme song from the commercials for Nair? Did you guys live
your
through
Nair?
that?
No, it's Venus.
No? You're close with the first two words. You got the first two words.
I'm your.
Almost. No.
And I'll be Nair.
No. Maybe you didn't get them.
It was
we wear short shorts.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Nair
I'm not that old.
Short
I'm young.
Shorts.
Nair. That's right. Dude. Shaved legs were all the rage. I was all about them on the girls that I went to school. I was like, dude, this when girls started shaving their legs, and I was just like a teen. I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. Right, Gary? Gary knows what I'm talking about. Tell him, Gary.
I mean, I'm still a fan of shaved legs on women to this day.
See? Yeah. It's like a trend now not to do it. You girls aren't shaving their armpits. And look, whatever floats your boat.
That's an awful trend.
I'm not here to judge.
Respect all whatever, but not my preference.
I personally don't.
I like the new trend of chicks going to trade school and being mechanics and driving trucks and shit. I like that. But
that's a trend?
Keep shaving your legs. Yeah. Actually, I guess it's a big percentage, but there was a 16% increase year over year in women in vocational school.
Mm-hmm.
Electricians, plumbers. Did I say plumbers? Electricians and plumbers.
Well, I think that's.
I don't want to say anything. I just internally thought you were an idiot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's going to be a trend that continues, and I don't think it's going to be exclusive to one particular sex. I think a lot of these young kids are starting to look around and see this AI thing coming, and they're realizing that their best chance at being relevant for a whole career is something that is tangible that you cannot tell a computer to do for you. I think that's really smart.
I read that they're calling Gen Z. Is that Gen Z? That's the new Gen Z.
Yeah,
that's the Gen beneath us.
The new Gens is
they're the tastemakers right now.
They're the tool belt Gen.
Oh.
They're going back to trade school.
Smart.
That is smart. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, it is.
I can't think of what jobs can't be replaced by AI though. I mean, what
plumber?
I mean, this podcast could be AI for all.
Plumber, electrician, mechanic,
just like troubleshooting.
Truck driver can be replaced by AI.
Yeah. Because I always said like look, when I worked at Corolla,
truck driver on a construction site that needs to fucking move stuff here, there.
I think you're talking about heavy machine.
Long haul truckers. Sure.
Yeah.
No, look, I always said, because when I worked at Corolla, there were many times over the 15 years I was there, 14 years I was there, where I would get asked to do something and it's like, oh, we'll just go record that. It's just easy. Or, I'll do it. Just tell me what button to push. And someone would go with like a recorder and like I'll just push this button and magically a good sounding podcast will appear, to where I always had to make the argument and say like, look, it's not that it's hard to press a button or even like follow a setup if I give it to you. It's the troubleshooting. That's the part that you're paying for. That's the part that needs expertise. If something goes wrong in real time and you're not going to know how to fix it, that's the answer. But like, gosh, there have been so many times when people just thought, oh, just tell me how to do it, what buttons to press, and then they come back with dog shit because because they think they can do it. Nobody in particular, nobody in particular. But yeah, and that I think that goes with every profession. Like everyone thinks, oh, I can do it, but it's not. You're not like a plumber. Like you're not. It's situational, and that's what you're paying for. That's where the expertise comes in, because they can handle different situations accordingly. Whereas, yeah, anybody can, like, if you just YouTube how to install this sink or whatever, yeah, I can do that. But if I come across something that
you're paying for the 10,000 hours, for the fact that when something inevitably goes wrong, you have the experience to adapt and fix it and get the job done correctly in the face of unforeseen obstacles. I couldn't agree more.
Correct. So, I mean, maybe more jobs are safe than we thought, although AI is getting pretty.
But yeah, I mean, on any major construction site, there are going to be as many as like 200 trucks just fucking hauling shit from place to place to place to place to place. Heavy machinery is another thing. But as far as I know, I don't think there's a trade school for like crane operator yet, although that may come.
Dude.
Well, there has to be a trade school for that, or how do we have cranes?
Well, I mean, what I mean is it's a specialized school. There's 1,000 schools for truck driving, maybe 3 for crane operating.
And I don't mean to freak you out, but be honest. How important do you think college is going to be for Gary Jr. when he's of the age?
I think it will be socially very important, but I will not allow him to go the way I went, with no direction.
Right. So there needs to be intention and purpose to wherever he goes.
There needs to be an end goal and a planned out path to get there, and a reason why you're doing it. Because if there's not, then I would rather he go straight into the workforce or into a trade school and learn a skill that he can reliably depend on to make money for the long term. Like, there, and it's so funny because it's like there's so many jobs that you don't think about. Like, what job you can make a shitload of money in and you get amazing benefits?
Hooker.
Elevator repair.
Well, oh yeah.
Like over the course of my time, I met a friend whose husband, a friend of my wife's, whose husband did that for a living, and he cleared mid 6 figures, and he had a benefits plan where if he got remotely injured, he would get like 12 weeks off full pay. It's just like wild. Yeah. And then his pension plan, like he can retire at like 52 and he makes like 80% of his salary when he retires for the rest of his life. It's just wild. Like, so there's billion jobs. Yeah, exactly. And there's billion jobs out there like that. If no one tells you, how would you know?
Right. I hear the interviews are you just walk
escalator maintenance.
Really?
There may be a lag in my internet. Yeah, there sounds like there's a lag in my internet.
It's okay.
It's not bad.
But yeah, he had an incredible union. Would just go, basically, they got they go to a mall, they clean up the escalator, do a little bit of fucking maintenance on it, repair them when they're broken, and the guy pulled down enough to buy a house in Burbank. It's a lot of money.
Yeah. Are you bragging about yourself? I don't know. I hear the interview for an elevator repairman though is like you walk in to the elevator, the guy presses the 12th floor and he's like, "All right, tell me why I should hire you." And you only have to the top. And then also I'm worried about getting crushed by elevators, a la Mission Impossible Part 1 or Speed, I guess, had some elevator trauma. So I understand the danger of it, especially in the higher, the Nakatomi Tower-esque buildings. So I get it. I'm bummed that I didn't look into that when I was looking for a job, because that sounds like a pretty decent.
I mean, on the flip side though, there are a lot of ups and downs in that business.
Yes.
And we're back.
I have a friend whose wife works for Mazda, and I always wondered, like, when you go to a car dealership and all the cars in the employee parking lot are not the brand that they're selling. It's like, what's going on here? Do you really believe it? I guess Mazda does not do that. And if you work for Mazda, they give you a car. They like lease you, or lease or give. I don't know what the but they make sure you're driving a Mazda every day. So you actually understand how great their cars are and fall in love with their product. And supposedly it's an amazing place to work. And I'm like, that's awesome.
Well, here's what's funny. We
had to pay for a podcast subscription.
Motorcycle now.
Wait, what's that?
A bunch of people who work for Toyota. All Toyota people drive Toyotas. Toyota doesn't fucking give them those cars. They know that
they sincerely love it.
Are the best things on the road.
So, Chris, are you riding a motorcycle these days?
Golf cart, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we make them all. Maybe I'll get a quad. I do get discounts on them, but Jen has made it apparently clear that she will leave me the second I get on a motorcycle that I own. Because that's the main.
Oh, I don't need to own it.
She works at a hospital, so that's the main injury she sees are motorcycle accidents, and they're brutal.
Yeah, I don't need to own
fatal.
it. If I just get on a motorcycle, period, that'll be a wrap for my marriage.
Yeah. So if I really want to live, I'll if Jen's away for the weekend or something, maybe I'll jump on a Lime scooter, get some wind in my hair, and
don't drop your glasses.
See the world. Yeah, I won't drop my glasses though. So that might be the move. Look, we got a few minutes left in this podcast. Let's do some comments. I mean, we haven't really heard from our wonderful listeners yet, so let's go into that right now.
Now it's time for listener comments.
All right, and once again, these are all comments delivered to us by you. We read the comments that you guys leave, okay? I know we may not interact with them online immediately, but we see them, and we like that you're contributing to the show, that you're sharing your feelings, your thoughts about what's going on, what we say, your agreements, your disagreements. So keep them coming. This first set of comments, this is from our Patreon page. We have a Patreon page for those who don't know. We release our an extra episode every week on Patreon. If you subscribe, it's $5 a month minimum to get that extra episode. And then we also have video tiers if you want to tier up, meetups, movie clubs, and
just to be clear, for that $5 you get 4 or 5 extra episodes each month because we do one every single week.
That's right, and then this show also gets uploaded in that feed ad free. So just go to patreon.com/watercooler for more info. So these comments are from our episode last week.
And it also should be said
between holes.
Really quick. It should be said that we see money from you guys from the ad-free shows. We don't see money from the commercials you have to listen to. So if you want us money, sign up for the Patreon. Check out the ad-free shows.
Right. That's true. Well, it is just one of the best ways to support us.
Delay. There's like a major fucking delay.
Well, this will be fun. Okay, so let's do some between holes.
Terrible title, by the way. Just absolutely abysmal.
It's why?
You know why?
It's SEO, buddy. I understand. I'm not.
If someone's searching
for that,
if someone's searching for that and stumbles on this podcast, they're going to be wildly disappointed.
Why do you think I welcomed all the new listeners a mere 3 minutes ago? Because I think we got some, and I want to welcome them. Tell them about our Patreon. All right. Okay. So between holes, I was obviously talking about my belt.
Obviously.
So, Movie Junkie of SLC says romance movies to me, because remember I suggested that we watch The Spectacular Now for Movie Club. Movie Junkie says romance movies to me are like horror movies to Gary. Despite my general distaste for them, I will tell you that The Spectacular Now is a fabulous movie. The cast is top-notch. Acting is phenomenal. It's an A24 movie, so you know it's got to be good. I look forward to the movie night and hope you guys don't nitpick it to death. Well, Movie Junkie, we will nitpick it to death. So sorry about that, but I am looking forward to watching it. And man, what a twist and turn that comment was.
It was a roller coaster.
That was quite a ride. Thank you. Always love hearing from you, buddy. Travis Lee says, I can't remember if Kalen watched Smile or not, but it was definitely scary. No jump scares, but disturbing. He did. I remember he did see it, and we've talked about it. Neil Pearson says, Dawson, you totally said take that Stacy on ACS, and I loved it. So there you go. We'll hear about Dawson in 30 seconds if he did or not.
Right on.
Neil Pearson said, well done, Kalen. You got to smoke at a Revolution show as well. So there you go. Jeremy Claybaugh says, I wear a braided elastic cord belt. It's the cringiest shit ever, but I'm almost 50 and I don't give a shit. It's definitely the most comfortable belt I've ever worn. They're cheap and come in a variety of colors. A braided elastic cord belt. Jeremy, that sounds like the Crocs of belts.
I've seen them.
You just don't give an F. It's cringy, but it's comfy. Let's see. Meatball 150 says the best ratchet belts on the market are made by Core Essentials. That's Core with a K. I'll look into that. Thank you, Meatball. And by the way, I love how much people are into the ratchet belts. I didn't think that there were that many ratchet lovers. So, if you love ratchets, you've come to the right place. Bill Zoverdu says, Ballin' Dawson. And David Matt Mammoth 69 Smith says, Sup Scuttlebutts. So there you go. Those are our Patreon comments. Thanks everybody for subscribing. Let's go over to our Facebook group. Now, if you're not part of our Facebook group and you're brand new here, obviously from finding us through the Between Holes SEO title that we created.
Don't say we. Don't say we. You own that.
We all created. We like to welcome you, new listener. And I think we're all going to have a lot in common because we appeal to a lot of people. We're broad here. So
you can't
please join our Facebook
You can't call them broads, dude. We respect all women.
I didn't call them broads. I said we're all broads. And we're all Bobo boys. Woo-hoo. Facebook, join our Facebook group. All you have to do is go to facebook.com/groups/Bobo Boy Army Worldwide LLC. Answer a few questions. We might let you in. It's my favorite place on the internet. It's such a great community. Jacob Morales says, does celery have a taste? He asks.
Yeah, it tastes like celery.
Yeah, I agree. Jacob.
Done. Of course it has a taste.
I worry that you're maybe a little too stuffed up.
Like celery.
I've always heard that you lose calories eating celery. Like they have so little calories that the amount of chewing and just living that you are doing whilst eating celery, you're actually burning calories.
I got a rock friend who's like really into juicing.
Is his name Dwayne?
And like at some of the rock festivals, he makes sure there's a blender and he'll be throwing in carrots and celery and all kinds of shit. This guy drinks a stalk of celery every single day. And he's been doing it for years and years and years. And he swears by it and says that it, but he doesn't have to chew it because he blends it with water.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know.
Why don't you want to chew it, though? I like chewing. I'm a texture guy.
Because it's quantity over quality. You just
That's
need
no way
to
to
get
live your life.
System. Yeah. Well, with celery, it probably is a pretty good way to live your life. I mean, celery is not really sexy, bro. It's not exciting. It's not like chicken wings.
Have you ever put
nachos? Celery.
Have you ever taken a celery stalk?
Yeah.
Put some peanut butter up on it. Just slather it in the little crevice.
Yeah.
Sprinkle a few little raisins.
I like to glance by the edge,
on top of
when
the
I'm
peanut
rubbing
butter.
the peanut butter in there.
Yeah, rub the peanut butter and then just sprinkle a few raisins.
Can we move past the ASMR celery section of the show?
That shit. Yeah,
I'm just saying. You got yourself a stew, baby. You got yourself Anton Alon. It's good.
It is good. No argument.
It's sexy. Yeah. Oh, Anton Alon, nice. If you're feeling a little crazy, like let's say you just want to have a little fun.
I'm feeling a little crazy after this.
Yeah. If you want to have a little fun while eating Anton Alon, Gary, sprinkle a little cinnamon on that. Just a little dusting over the raisins, over the peanut butter in the crevice.
How do I know the crevice is going to be in the title of this?
Yeah.
Maybe a dab of honey somewhere on there.
Dabs
Just
and
get
crevices.
a little stickiness.
Interesting.
A little stick. Yeah. I'm just saying.
A little stick on your stick.
A little stick on the stick right there. You're welcome for the snack tip, everybody, but go out and enjoy that, and you're welcome. You will not lose calories eating that because of the peanut butter and the raisins and stuff, but it's still quite a fun little snack. Let's see here. Let's go. Let's see what else is on our. Well, Jacob. So there, celery does have a taste, buddy. Though it does, and a great texture. I love celery. With wings, it's always good with wings. For some reason,
true.
It's like a little palate cleanser. It's cool. It cools you off from the buffalo sauce. You get the celery and the carrots. It's nice. Let's see here. Jesse Michael. He's upset. He's not liking the new Overcast app. He says, I need a tech talk on this app. They changed everything, and now I feel like an old man who can't figure out how apps work. And a lot of people agree. Overcast, what did you do? You guys were doing so well. Everybody who loved you loved you. You didn't need to change it. It wasn't broken. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is just people being resistant to change. I find it less offensive than most people. My biggest complaint is that now the pause button like bounces the way audio levels do, and like there was no need to do that. That's uncalled for. I don't need that. But other than that, it's largely fine, in my opinion.
All right. Oh well, I agree. People don't like change initially, but then they come around and they kind of see it. It's just I think it's just human nature. Addie Grilly. Oh, Addie.
What's up, Addie?
What's up, Addie? Addie's an old friend. So Addie says, a couple things from the last pod. I don't necessarily drive in silence, but I walk in silence a lot, as a matter of fact. That's cool. I did today after listening to the pod. I walked for an hour in silence, and it was refreshing. Also, thinking about what Dawson said about if you think of someone, call them. Yesterday, I was thinking about my daughter and one of her best friends from high school and beyond, and I ran into her at the mall today, and she doesn't live around me, and she said she's thinking of my daughter as well. That's awesome, and I love how the universe kind of does things like that, Addie, so I dig it. I'm glad that our podcast was able to bring like some cool moments. We are taking credit for all of that, by the way, so we're happy that we brought those wonderful moments to you. So you're welcome. Is what we're trying to say.
I did get some new AirPods because Costco has them on sale this month.
I got mine at Costco too. I always get mine at Costco. I've got 2 sets there.
Yeah. And so now I'm like deep into my audiobooks. And on my last road trip, I did what is totally illegal. And I put the earbuds in and listened to a 20-hour David Winslow audiobook. And I got like, the next 10 hours. Anyway, I always think when I'm going to go walk my dog, maybe I should. What
about that is illegal?
You're not allowed legally to wear headphones or any device over both ears while you're driving. You can do one.
That's what I heard.
You can do one ear legally, I think. You cannot have both ears covered. I put them both in.
But maybe because of transparent mode, they let you
transparency mode on, you'd probably be okay.
But it's still.
But no,
I'm with Doss. I think it looks. And I wouldn't want to see. I want to see another.
That law has not been updated to reflect new audio standards.
Yeah.
The law has been in forever, but you're not.
Other, yeah.
But it's like, who's going to see you? You're in a vehicle with tinted windows. Who's going to see these tiny little things in your ear? And then who's going to necessarily think they're really on? Everyone has a car stereo, but I'm listening to an audiobook because I got a 97 4Runner with a cassette deck.
DOS.
So, 5-hour drives get tough.
Why don't you
they make a cassette deck Bluetooth connector, right?
Yeah. I would just rather get a new stereo or just leave it as is.
Well, you got to keep that thing stock.
Yeah.
It's a 97, baby.
It's a 97.
Mint.
Yeah.
It's fucking mint. It's stock and mint. Yeah. It's good, man.
Speaking of audiobooks, so new order came in on my Audible account, a la Jenny, and it's called, I don't know if I could see it, Swift and Saddled. And it's Swift and Saddled. So that's a fun one. I don't know what she's getting into now. Am I not paying enough attention to her? I'm now getting a little worried. Yeah. Anyhow, let's keep the comments going. Tony Magbanua says Red Foo. You know who Red Foo is, Das?
I do not. Who is Red Foo?
He's one half of LMFAO, the group that we were talking about last week. Red Foo. Remember I said he has a famous uncle or something?
Is it Uncle Jim?
No, it's his famous father. He's the son of Barry Gordy.
Barry Gordy, Motown.
Yeah.
The father of fucking Motown.
Yeah.
And
the father of Red Foo.
And his son decides that LaMafowl is a great name for a band.
And his son is the guy who came up with the song shot, shots, everybody.
See, there you go, dude. Fucking tough times create fucking strong men. Strong men create good times create weak men. There it is. Generational. That's what happened to Motown.
What's your favorite Motown song, Das?
It's got to be Marvin Gaye. Probably Ain't Too Proud to Beg.
Dude, Marvin Gaye's
probably.
I cover 2 Marvin Gaye songs typically when I play live.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, I love Marvin Gaye. I love James Jamerson bass lines, whatever he can get himself into. Let's see. But thanks, Tony. Yeah, I knew Red Foo was related to somebody, so appreciate the fact check there, buddy.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Jeff Hines says,
and remember,
Magic Spoon.
Motown is Yo Town.
Motown. Jeff Hines says Magic Spoon cereal uses sunflower oil, so it's absolute trash. They're making the rounds of being podcast sponsors, including a show we know and love. Do not buy. Thanks. I like Magic Spoon, the Fruity Loops one. That's the only one I really like, but I love it. So yeah, I can't agree with you. I mean, yeah, sunflower oil is not great for you at all, but if we're just going flavor, I can totally get by that Magic Spoon. Ryan Roberts says, any Bubbles play Fortnite? I used to play with my kid all the time, but now he's too cool for Fortnite. I don't play a ton, but I miss playing with like-minded people. And some people have responded saying they play a lot too, so hopefully they're connecting via the Palgorithm. That's Fortnite kind of funny that. Oh, what?
Fortnite missed me. I don't know if I was just
too, completely.
Age, but it missed me. I mean, I've seen it. It looks like it would be fun, and it would be something that I probably would have gotten pretty into if I had been the right age, but I think I was just the wrong age.
That's exactly where I am. I never got into it. I don't think I've ever even played it. I've seen it. I've seen people play it. Doesn't look that interesting to me. But I understand. Like, yeah, I get it if people are into, I love multiplayer games, but yeah, I just totally miss me. So, but it's kind of funny that a game outgrows, or a kid outgrows the game, but the dad's like still really down and all about it.
Well, I can see that because it's like, you know, when you connect with your kid on something and the kid outgrows it, you know, you're still nostalgic for the time that you were connecting with your son on that. So it's like, yeah, I can totally understand that. That's gotta be a bummer.
I dread the day where my son finally realizes I'm not the coolest person he knows.
Oh, that was last month for me.
Yeah.
It was rough.
I walk in the door and he's just so pumped. He's screaming, "Dada!" He's coming to greet me. He loves it. You know, I can do no wrong. And I dread the day where he's just like, "Oh, Dad, stop."
Well, that's the first of many times that's going to happen throughout your lives.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. That hasn't happened to me yet. I still am very much in that honeymoon phase, but I too, Chris, am very much dreading it. But I am at a point where my son disapproves of certain things that I do. For instance, he and this is actually really funny. He decided for some reason that I'm not allowed to crack my knuckles, and it's something I do absentmindedly, like especially when I'm driving. Like I'll crack my knuckles, and it's gotten to the point where I'll do it and I'm not realizing that I'm doing it. And from the back seat, I just hear, Dad, we talked about this.
Oh, yeah. Man.
Sorry, buddy. And that's happened probably 15 times now. And I just think it's so funny because it's always the same thing. Dad,
yeah,
we talked about this.
You should start listening to him, Garrett, because he is trading karate right now. So
my dad would still tell me 5-6 years ago, a 45-year-old man, my dad would still tell me not to crack my knuckles. It's weird that your son is telling you, but I found even new knuckles to crack. I can crack that first knuckle on your thumb, that one right there.
Sure.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Oh. I'm afraid I don't crack my knuckles. I'm afraid I'm going to like dislocate something. I don't know. And I grew up thinking it was terrible for you and it's going to give you arthritis, which I don't know if it's true or if that's an urban legend.
It's like seeing a chiropractor on your fingers.
Yeah. Yeah, I never got into it, but
although I will say, Dawson, when a chiropractor goes to crack your knuckles, they don't do it the way you and I do it. They pull the fingers.
Yeah, no, of course, I know. I'm not going to say it's good for you because I'm not going to say seeing a chiropractor is necessarily good for you because once you go, you have to keep going.
Yeah,
that's I'm
really.
Worried.
But yeah,
hit or miss. You find a really good one, they can be.
I got a good one. I got a good one in the valley if anybody's looking.
Do you guys let your friends crack your back for you? You know how that was a thing? It still kind of is. You cross your arms.
I'm not friends with Shaq, so
Can you imagine if I asked you to crack your back?
That hasn't happened in like 30 years, but no one in 30 years, no one has said, "Dude, let me crack your back." That was like
my friends still do it.
Yeah,
my friends are still cracking each other's backs.
Really?
Yeah, we did at Mikey's bachelor party.
Nice, dude. Huh. Nostalgia, just as
party was wild.
Yeah, they're freaking raging. Ryan Scripps says, was ratcheting belts on last week's podcast? I'm a huge fan of the ratchet belts. See, ratchet belts, you guys. And then Caden Corbin says, listening to Corolla Classics with Michael Bean. All I hear is Kalen. What a cool guy. Yeah, I am seeing a lot more Kalen whenever I watch like old movies with Michael Bean in it. It's so funny.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot more Kalen when I watch Instagram these days.
Me too.
That's an inside one, folks. Come to the meetup and ask me.
You'll never know. No, I don't even want
to. I will absolutely tell you, and I will fucking screen share that bitch, and we will fucking have a good old time.
Oh my god. We'll just tell you after.
The number of times that was watched in my household that night, Chris, I cannot fucking tell you. Joel was threatening legal action.
Well, I don't even want to talk about Kayla. I don't want you, Kayla, to listen to this part. Like, we'll talk about.
I'm sorry, Kaylin. We're being vague. No one knows what we're talking about, but god damn it, that's fucked up.
Only 2/3 of this podcast really knows.
We'll tell you in between shows.
You will know. You will know after. Anyway. And I don't mean to keep anything. It's just, it's not my story to tell everybody. So
no,
sorry.
And nor is it mine, but it's a story I'm going to allude the fuck too hard because god damn it.
Go to the meetup. Let's see. And lastly, Jacob Morales says, hey guys, I'm looking for some Shay recommendations. I'm going to San Fran this weekend for a concert at Golden Gate Park. I'll be in the area for 3 days. What's good to try in SF besides Rice-A-Roni? And our Airbnb is in Berkeley.
The Irish coffee place. Chris, help me out. What's it called?
Buena Vista. Yeah. Get an Irish coffee there. You'll never. It will ruin Irish coffees for the rest of your life.
It will. It's the best Irish coffee in the country. They invented it there, and just try to get a seat at the bar, which is not going to be easy because it's very popular. But to watch these guys make these Irish coffees, it is a science. And like, if you start talking to one of them, like, "Hey, when did you start working here?" He's like, 41 years ago. And like, these guys are just fucking wizards. They're absolute wizards.
Yeah. And it's wonderful to watch. It tastes so good, and like they do the thing where it's like the coffee's hot but the foam is cold, or it's so cool, and it's wonderful.
Slogan? The coffee's hot but the foam is cold.
It should be
coffee bar in San Francisco.
It's so good. My mouth's watering thinking about it. Maybe my favorite cocktail of all time. I can't think of
now. I'm like considering what it would take for me to take my family on vacation just so I can get one. I'm
thinking of that. The same thing, Gary. You're on the same page here.
Chris, I'm hearing golf trip.
I'm hearing that too.
Family golf trip.
I like where this is going.
Monterey and a day trip to the Buena Vista Social Club.
Dawson, you want to come? I mean, they might make you wear shoes, but it'll be fun.
We've learned you can cut the bottom.
If you guys want to play at Pacific Grove Municipal Golf Course, that's down the street from my big Nana's house.
Boom. There we go.
You can play Muni. You can play Muni for, it's expensive, but it's a lot less expensive than Spanish Bay or Pebble Beach, and you still get a lot of the same features.
I don't think any of us can afford Spanish Bay or Pebble Beach, at least at this stage. So Muni's not pretty good.
I'm fully down. I am fully down to go play 18 at Pacific Grove.
And then get an Irish coffee at Buena Vista.
And then get it, and then we can go see some of my family's places and have seafood.
We're kind of there just to play golf, though, dude. Jacob Morales.
You're right. I'm sorry, dude. How dare I?
I'm kidding.
We can go to a golf themed place. We can go to a Top Golf in Salinas.
Oh, it's funny that you bring up Top Golf because Jacob, my recommendation in Berkeley. I'm a fan of the Glizzy. Top Dog. It's like a sausage and hot dog stand. I used to go there all the time when I was in Berkeley. So whenever I'd visit. So I remember liking it. It was over a decade ago, maybe 15 years ago that I used to go there. But if it's still there, please go to Top Dog. All right, that'll do it for comments, everybody. Thank you for writing in. We appreciate it. Now we're gonna go record our Patreon episode in a little bit, but let's go around the horn, get our plugs in, and let's suggest things that we think the listener should check out. And I'll start over there in Orange County with Mr. Gary Smith.
Well, I suggest you check out our Patreon, patreon.com/watercooler. As mentioned, the $5 tier, you get a new episode every week on top of this, and you get this feed ad free. And on top of that, I'm not trying to lose money here, but putting it out there, you get the entire archive immediately. So you're going to start with about 215 free available episodes, and new ones coming in hot every single week. And we do not take weeks off on that show. Occasionally we take a week off of this one for a Christmas or a winter break or something like that. But that one never misses. So we're going 4 years strong, 215 episodes as of the one we're about to record. So check that out. Patreon.com/watercooler.
Yes, please. Doss, what about you?
This weekend I'll be in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Cool Joe's coming out.
Nice.
Richard Stanley, the Bank Robber, is coming out.
Do you think he wants another title, or is that?
Well, I say the Bank Robber just to clarify, because there are I know 8 Richard Stanleys. I got Richard Stanley,
and only
the
3 bank robbers.
Man. I got Richard Stanley, the plumber.
That's Big Richard.
Stanley, the electrician, the truck driver. This one's the bank robber. He'll be there.
Nice.
And I'm doing a show. If you fucking want to get up to the Smoky Mountains, I know we're worldwide and shit, but if you're close to the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee, we're down the road from Dollywood, bro. In fucking Gatlinburg, and I'm doing a comedy show with Jim Florentine and Don Jameson and a bunch of other people. On Saturday, and it's inside the venue. It's a separate stage in the venue of the music festival. So if you're in the area, fucking buy a Saturday pass, and you'll find me. And I'd love to see you. And it's going to be good to see Joe Cool and Rich.
Yeah, I agree. I'm jealous. And if they bark at you, they get something cool, right?
No, they have to give me something cool.
That's what it was. I forget. Yeah, it's one of the two. And then as for me, I'm playing at Tantalum in Long Beach I'm playing at Tantalum in Long Beach this Saturday. My band is for 3 hours Saturday night. So come out and shake your butts. And I think that's I'm playing at Marina Wine on the 1st for the Big Bang on the Bay.
Is there anywhere we could follow you on Instagram that might contain all of this information?
Yes, I follow Loxy Music on Instagram, LAXI Music. Please, and if I remember to post on there, then yes, that's the dates shall be announced. All right, that'll do it for this episode of Watercool. Thanks again for everybody for hanging with us. We're gonna do our Patreon episode to get that extra dose of the WWWC. Make sure to subscribe to Patreon, and we'll see you there. We love you. Goodbye.